Welcome to another episode of the Hairbangers Ball. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. How you doing, Eddie?
Great. How about yourself, Michael?
I am super great. Couldn't be better. Hold on, let me take a sip of this fine Neuro Bliss. Ah! Wow, that is good. So last night, I went to the Weezer concert in San Francisco. Actually, I went to the last two nights. They're doing select dates across the country. I know this may not seem like Hairbangers or hard rock, but Weezer, back in the old days, was a great rock and roll band. I kind of think they still are, but they're doing select dates in the United States, like maybe 5 or 6 shows. First night, they do the first album in its entirety, the Blue Album. Second night, Pinkerton. I got tickets to both nights. My daughter and I went. First night, there was at this place called the Nob Hill Masonic Auditorium in San Francisco. My new favorite venue to go to see a concert. Let me tell you why. First of all, my daughter graduated at this place. This is where they had her graduation ceremony. It's like an auditorium. It's not really meant for concerts.
How often do they have concerts there?
Maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I don't know. I've never been to a concert there. I didn't have high expectations for this venue. It's on Nob Hill. It's a great neighborhood, but it's impossible to park. You go to this place, so you go in, they check your ID. So here's why the Nob Hill Masonic Auditorium is the best place to see a concert in San Francisco. One, there's not a bad seat in the house, but the beer stand is outside the venue. So if you want to buy a beer, you have to leave and get your hand stamped and come back. Beer's $8. So we went to the first night. I bought 3 $8 beers, so I was already $30 in to get a little buzz. Scoped out the situation though. The second night, so I'm sneaking some beers in, Martina. And so what I did, I snuck in 2 beers. The place is run by slackers. The ushers and people, they don't care. They're like blue-haired guys, and they really don't give a crap about what you do. We could have went down to the front. Nobody cares. So I went out.
Did you make your teenage daughter put them in her purse?
No, she didn't want to do that. She snuck in waters though. So I had a big coat, snuck a beer under this arm, bottled beer, brought in a bottle opener, drank those, went back out during intermission, got another. You could leave, you could go to your car and come back in because you got to have a hand stamp. Best idea in the world. Went out, got a couple more beers. So we had like nosebleed seats. We scoped out, there's like a little corner. As soon as the lights went down, we went down to this corner and there was these 2 chairs. We had our own private balcony box seats. We just snuck down there. Nobody cared. There was a guy working on the Weezer crew. They had the smoke machine on the side where we were sitting. He goes, "Oh, excuse me," and we thought we were getting busted. All he wanted to do was fix the smoke machine. And so we had 2 chairs sitting with our own little balcony box seats watching the Weezer. First night they did the Blue Album. Great. Here's how it worked. They start off the set with something from the latest album, Memories, and then it goes 1990, 1998, the blah, 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 now a song from that album. They went all the way down, took a break, and then came back and they played the Blue Album. Fantastic show first night. I don't know how it could have been better. Second night, I was not expecting the second night to be that good. They did Pinkerton on the second night. Let me tell you, the second show, one of the best shows I have ever been to in my entire life, man. It was so good. So they did I was also expecting them to do the same set for the first half. They didn't. They changed it all up. They did B-sides. They did all kinds of stuff that you've never heard before. Hardcore Weezer fans. By the way, your buddy's Limousines opened up the show.
How was that? Not good?
Sucked. The singer was chewing gum and singing through a megaphone like a total douchebag. The songs were okay. I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
Sucked?
Yeah. Megaphone. Here, note to aspiring singers out there.
It's been done.
By the worst in the business. If Scott Weiland does something from Snow and Temple Pilots, eliminate it from your repertoire because that guy's king douchebag. But let's not get into. I'm digressing. I've got a new employee over here, Dorian. She doesn't like me. I can tell. Scott Weiland fan, obviously. So I'm digressing here. So the first set of the second night, Weezer, was great. Rivers doesn't play hardly any guitar. The first set, he runs out into the crowd. He had a wireless mic. He was going up in the balcony. One time he did play. He went out into the crowd and was like standing on people's seats, playing guitar in their face. Great rock star moments, man. So they come back and do Pinkerton from top to bottom. In between sets, this guy Carl, who's been with the band forever, is like their photographer. He did this little slideshow showing all the Weezer history. Fantastic if you're a Weezer fan. Really good vintage photographs. They did two completely different slideshows. If you went to the first night, they did completely different slideshows second night. So that was great. Pinkerton set. The audience sang along from top to bottom, every word. It was like a magical experience. Man, it was just so good, so good, so good. I wasn't expecting it to like it this much, and I almost was not even looking forward to coming to the second night. I'm glad I did. I'm on a Weezer high. So in honor of Weezer, I'm going to play something from 1996. Here's The Good Life from Pinkerton. This is a live recording, so it's a little shaky. It's like an audience shaky cam. Good Life. Pinkerton. Have you heard that Pinkerton album, Eddie?
Not the whole thing.
You know, you like Weezer, Dorian? Yes, she likes Weezer. That Pinkerton album, it got blasted by the critic when it first came out, and they showed a slide of Rolling Stone worst albums of the year for that album. They got number 2 of the worst album. Rolling Stone. Don't get me started about Rolling Stone, the bad journalism of that. But they were number 2 in worst albums, right underneath Bush, the band Bush, not the president. Go back and listen to this album, top to bottom, great album. Every song is a sing-along, great productions, really raw. Rivers hated this album for a long time. You could tell when they were playing it that the band felt like this was like a special time. If you made it to that second Weezer show, you know what I'm talking about, my friends. If they come to your town, buy tickets. You probably can't get them. They sold out in minutes when Martina and I were trying to get tickets, but if you can score some tickets, go. It is fantastic. So in honor of that, here's The Good Life live from 1996. I had to dig way deep in the vaults for this one, my friends.